I had a lot of different ideas of what I was going to do for this episode this week. I was thinking that I was going to go through my spreadsheet explaining finances to really get down to business. But the last few days have been something for me. It started with me laying in my bed for the last couple of nights, just processing energies of people around me. It's something that I never realized I did, but I was thinking about it more. And this all kind of comes together because I have a ton of notes for today. This is all going to make sense. I'm laying in my bed thinking about how different people I work with, different people in my life, how their energies come across. I can feel people's vibe big time. I have a sensitivity to people's energy. I think that's one of the things that makes the music I make what it is just being to be able to be in tune with the people that you're playing music with. And one of the things that has been really kicking up into focus for me is being just like myself. So last month I did a breathwork session under the strawberry moon. It was incredible. My intention going into it was to work on being less of a chameleon, a people pleaser, and be my authentic self. Stand up for who I am, be me, and just own it. So much of my life I have just kind of molded myself into situations because I wanted to be liked. I'm a different kind of person, and sometimes my personality can just be off-putting to people because I'm excited. I have a lot of energy, and I've got ADD. Like, I got squirrel brain is what I call it. So to some people, they're just not into it. So over time, we learn as we go through life how to survive. And growing up, I moved a ton. My family moved all over. So to make new friends, you learn how to fit into situations. You audition different things. You say, oh, this worked, so I'm going to keep chasing that. So coming full circle, thinking about people's energies is me thinking about who do I want to be around, what energies feel right to me to keep me planted in the progress that I've made as a person, and what are the energies that I want to be around to help me get to where I'm going. Have you ever heard people say that you want to hang around the people that are already at the level that you want to get to? Learning about what they do to make themselves successful. Very similar situation. I want to be around people that are going to align with where I'm at, and they're not going to hold me down. They're either going to just like meet me, or they're going to be a level above to where I can learn from them. So let me kind of go down this list here because all these things tie together. One of the things I spend a lot of time doing is I spend a lot of time inside my head thinking. I'm constantly analyzing and processing everything, interactions, how I feel, how I think. It's nonstop in my mind all day. Primarily, I have a commute. I have an hour drive each way to work every single day, and I use that time often. I just drive it in silence so I can think. It's important to have time inside my mind so that I can understand if I'm feeling a certain way, what's going on there? Why am I feeling that? I got a note corresponding to that. This is my squirrel brain in action. When I have that time to myself, and especially with all the things that I've been learning, I've been being so much more true to who I am that I would feel things inside me. There was one point I actually felt like this. A noise ball is what I call it. It was like right here. And at one point I looked up like the chakra that I was connected to see like why am I feeling this right here. I'm drawing a blank on what it is, somewhere around my stomach. So if any of you guys know, you can throw it in the comments. But it was just bothering me. I could sense it. I could see it. Like I could see inside of myself. And I was like, there's something right here that I need to address. And so I had to start unraveling that and finding out what is this thing that is causing this unsettling feeling, which was one of those things that was leading into me not being able to sleep or sleep well. So I had to start picking this apart and identifying that. I eventually got there. I don't feel it anymore. I feel very loose. And that's a big piece of it, is about me just being me, being authentic, and just like embracing myself and for like who I am. And as a side note, since I've really been doing that for the last month, things have been going really good. Just being me, just little stuff. Like things are just starting to like click into place. I'm being, more proactive to do things to move my situation forward. Starting this channel to hold myself accountable. I find myself thinking about what am I going to talk about in the next thing, which causes me to process and think and compartmentalize my thoughts into a way that like makes sense, or it's like, oh, that makes sense for me now because I'm doing the thinking on all of this. I think it's important that we have time to think. I got off of social media about a month ago. I couldn't delete my accounts because I have bands, businesses, whatever. It's all tied to my Facebook, my Instagram. So I was like, I've been on these things for fucking 20 some years. So it's like, I couldn't quite let go of it yet, but I didn't want to deal with the noise. I heard it on like I was listening to a podcast, and there was a creative talking about how they got out of social media and they felt like they could think, like they could be creative, like things just started to resurface. And I was like, that sounds great. And the first couple of days I felt a super nagging feeling, like I wanted to look at this, like I was 100% addicted to all of it. And little by little, each time I would sign back in, I was like, I'm not missing anything. No one's reaching out to me. There's no notifications that are life altering. I was like, and if someone really needs to get a hold of me, they either have my number, or they know how to get in contact with me. So having that distraction pushed off to the side allowed me to really think about what was going inside and pay attention. And it just started making me feel better. And honestly, it's just like between that last breathwork session that I did and starting this YouTube, and things are just really starting to line up. But I think the last piece for me was getting rid of that distraction that was not helping me get to where I want to go. I was having a conversation with a coworker. They were saying that when they have time off of work in their home and they got nothing to do, they just doom scroll. And then they feel more anxious, they feel more depressed. But if they're hanging out with their friends and doing stuff regularly and off social media, feel less anxious and feel much better. I think that's very telling, that if this is the way that myself and my coworker feel when utilizing social media and looking at the state of where a lot of people are, I think that says a lot. So I guess my whole little bit today is take time for yourself. Put down any distraction, TV, music, podcasts. Don't fucking listen to my YouTube for a while. Put it off. Spend a little time with you. Listen to what's going on inside. Recently, I say recently, this was last year, I bought a kayak. I live near the water. I've always wanted to spend time on the water, but I've never done it. Last year I bought a boat and I went out. And I went out several times and it was great. I couldn't relax. I couldn't enjoy it. Something felt off. This year, when I'm on the water, I am 100% present. I feel connected. I feel there. I feel focused. I can pay attention to the sound of my paddle hitting the water, all the sounds of the animals and bugs or whatever in the trees and the long grass, along the river, along the lake, all of it. I feel 100% present. I don't feel that nagging feeling like I'm missing out on something, like I should be going and doing something else. I can enjoy that moment that I'm right there. And that has allowed me to really connect and feel peace. And you know what? When I was doing therapy, that was one of the notes I had. It's like, what do I want to get out of this? I want to feel peace. I want to feel at peace in my life. I want to know what I want to be able to relax. I have been unable to relax for as long as I can remember. Always doing something, always feeling like if I'm sitting down not doing something, I feel guilt. Guilt. Like I'm not being productive, like I'm being lazy, I'm being a fucking piece of shit by not doing something. But now I'm 180, giving myself grace, because when I'm having these moments of being able to like be at peace with myself, that I'm connecting with who I really am, the authentic Addison starts to bubble up to the surface because I'm not sedating it with noise, and I can really connect with me. And being me is the only thing that I can be, so fuck it. Gotta do it. Check out my website, debtfreeby40.com. It's in the link. I've got blog posts on there. I've got all these videos there if you prefer to go there instead of this YouTube. I've got pictures of all the other shit that I'm into, resources of books that I've been reading and I love, documentaries, all of it. It is my all-in-one location for cool shit. I appreciate you watching. Hit that subscribe button. Fuck yeah.